let's get to cooking. This is what we're doing today at Memaw's house. Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. I want to introduce you to the newest member of our family. This is my new Ninja cold press juicer. Today we're going to make some juice, and with the pulp from that juice we're going to make some bread. So let's get to juicing. This juicer is a little different than my last juicer, the one that I still have. It comes with two filters. These are the two filters. One, the black one, produces less pulp, and the orange one produces a lot of pulp in your juice. So I'm going to put the black one on because I don't want as much pulp in my juice. I want the pulp so that we can use it for our bread. Okay, so to make our juice, I've already cleaned my vegetables, my carrots, and my ginger. I've peeled the ginger, and I've also peeled the oranges. I'm going to go ahead and cut my carrots into lengthwise pieces, cut the ends off and cut them into lengthwise pieces that can go down into the chute for making the juice. So let's finish cutting up our vegetables, our carrots, and we'll go ahead and start juicing. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that the ingredients for this juice are 6 carrots, 6 oranges, and I'm using mandarin oranges that I can peel easily, and a 2-inch knob of ginger. Now you can either omit the ginger if ginger is too spicy for you, or you can add more ginger if you feel like you need more ginger. If you like the spice and the heat from ginger, go ahead and add as much or as little as you like. Okay, so y'all know how I like to give you information on some of the ingredients that we're using. So let's talk today about ginger. Ginger is not only spicy and delicious, but ginger has benefits for your stomach. It helps with nausea relief. It also, if you're pregnant, it does have the power to ease that morning sickness. So that queasiness that's associated with pregnancy, ginger can ease that for you. It also helps relieve bloating and gas. So ginger is not only beneficial just for the stomach, it also is beneficial for your immune system. It improves coughs if you have one. It lowers fevers. It fights off infections, relieves headaches, and help ease those other symptoms that may be associated with the common cold or the flu. So get you some ginger. It's good for you. Now y'all know that I did a video last year on how I make my ginger shots, which is a little bit different than this juice, that helps boost me and Peepaw's immune system. Go over and check that out, and I'll link that above so that you can see that. In the meantime, I'm going to finish making this juice with this very quiet juicer, and we'll test it when it's all done. And if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see, any recipes you'd like for me to cook for you, to demonstrate, I'd be glad to do it. Comment down below what types of juices you'd like to see, what types of recipes you'd like to see, and if you have a particular food type or ingredient that you would like to know the health benefits of, just put it down below and we'll work on getting it out here for you. Meanwhile, sit back while I make this juice and enjoy the music. now I have made my juice with my new juicer, and I'm going to make this carrot orange spice loaf. Out of the remnants, the pulp from those carrots and oranges, I pulled out most of the orange pulp because it didn't get ground up as finely as I would like for it to have. So I pulled that out and I put that in my garbage disposal. Because you know you got to use every little bit. The rinds and stuff, I can freeze that so that I can use it in my garbage disposal later. Anyway, good morning. Oh, that's good. That's very good. Just enough ginger to ease my stomach, my carrots, my vitamin C in my oranges. It's really a delicious drink for the morning, for the afternoon, or whenever. It's going to be good for your health. But let's go make this bread right now. Okay, so here is the card with the recipe on it that came with my new juicer, and this is what we're going to be making today. Actually, I have in my bowl all of my dry ingredients, which includes 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then my teaspoon of cinnamon. Then I have over here in the cup, I just pulled some of that pulp out that we just ground up. I have 1/2 cup of oil, 2 eggs, a cup of sugar in this bowl with 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And I think that's it for the ingredients. We're going to get all of this mixed together and we're going to make our bread. You see, I've prepared my loaf pan. These loaf pans have seen better days, but they bake the best bread. So I've lined it with a little parchment paper and we're going to mix our bread up now. Now I'm going to start mixing my batter by adding my oil to my sugars, the white sugar and the brown sugar. And then I'll crack my eggs, and of course in a separate container. And I got a shell in there, so let's get that out. And it calls for 2 eggs. Didn't get shell in the last one. And let's just whisk this all together until well blended. Now let's add our vanilla and we'll whisk that in. Before I add my dry ingredients to my wet ingredients, which is the next step, I'll go ahead and mix my dry ingredients together well so that it will incorporate all that baking powder all throughout the flour and it won't be clumped up in my batter. Okay, now that that's ready, let's go ahead and add our pulp from our juice that we just made and mix that in as well. So that's a cup of the carrot pulp. That juice actually made enough pulp for another loaf of bread, but I'm going to freeze that so that I can make this bread at another date. I got to see how this bread comes out because this is my first time making this particular loaf. So I think it would be a good breakfast loaf, but I want to give it a try first. And I'll let you see it at the end. And you only want to mix this until all the dry ingredients are incorporated with the wet ingredients. Okay, so the batter is all combined. Let's go ahead and put it in our prepared pan. This batter is a little bit thicker than most bread batters when I make a loaf like this, like with banana bread or blueberry bread or strawberry bread or any of that. It's not as dense as this is. So I think this will make a dense loaf, maybe because of the carrots. I'm not sure, but we'll see in the end. Okay, it's ready to go into the oven. I'm going to put it in a 350-degree oven and bake it for 1 hour. Now this is a nice heavy loaf. It browned nicely and it has a nice crust on the outside. So let's go ahead and try it out. This recipe actually did make a nice loaf. It's nice and crusty on the outside and nice and moist on the inside. I've cut the butt end for Peepaw. You know, he likes that end piece, and I like the center piece. So I'm going to cut my piece and we'll go ahead and taste it. Okay, y'all, so my bread is done. And I have made a little bit of a cream cheese spread to put on top of it. You know how when you have banana nut bread, you want to put a little cream cheese on it? That's what I did for this. Let me show you what I made. I actually made this cream cheese with a little brown sugar and cinnamon topping to a spread to put on it. So I'm going to put a little spread on it and then we're going to taste it. Ooh, it's smooth. It's on there nice and creamy. It is smearing right nicely, spreading nicely. That's pretty good. It's a little different than the banana nut bread. It's certainly not a carrot cake, but it is tasty. I want you to give this recipe a try. Don't forget to come back for our next videos. I'll be doing some videos in the very near future of how to cook a chuck roast. I'm gonna do that in my crock pot. And I'm going to decorate for fall. So we got a lot of stuff going on over here at Memaw's house. So if you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to do so. We would love to have you as part of Memaw's family. And for those of you who have already subscribed, thank you so much. I do appreciate you and welcome to the family. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I hope you give this recipe a try. It actually was pretty good with our breakfast this morning. And we have some upcoming videos on decorating with me for fall. And I hope you join us then. Y'all be blessed. Bye.